It is going to be one hot night here from Richmond Raceway tonight. It's already a hot day as it is. Temperatures are supposed to be around in the mid-80s by the time the green flag flies around 7:30 p.m. tonight for the Cookout 400 for the NASCAR Cup Series race tonight. And it's going to be interesting to see what unfolds in this race, because there have been reports, and we've seen in practice, that these tires are only lasting about 40 to 45 laps per set, and the teams only have 8 sets plus their qualifying set of tires. Now, drivers like Kyle Busch, Brad Keselowski have advocated to maybe potentially get another set of tires ahead of tonight's Cookout 400, and because you look at what happened in the Food City 500 last year at Bristol Motor Speedway, remember, the pace of the race really fell off after about 50 laps or so in that race, where teams and drivers were really slowing down on track, and it was really noticeable if you were there, especially at the track at Bristol Motor Speedway for the Spring Bristol race last year. So, that might be a change of pace of things if we see that later tonight. Potential tire wear issue. Only 8 sets of tires lasting 40, 45 laps. And remember, this is a 400-lap race in the Cookout 400. So it's a lot longer than the truck race was last night in the Aero 250. But we'll see what happens tonight in the Cookout 400. Ryan Preece and Tyler Reddick are on the front row. Now, Ryan Preece, remember, we only have 2 races to go until the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs start. But Preece is minus 34 below the cut line, right behind his teammate Chris Buescher for that final playoff spot. Now, look at the cut line right now. Tyler Reddick's plus 117. As long as he has a decent day today, I think as long as he finishes around 35th or 30th or better, he'll be locked into the playoffs on points. But Alex Bowman plus 60, Chris Buescher plus 34. Remember, 61 points is the maximum point gain you can have in a NASCAR race. 60 without the win. So that's going to be something to look out for. Kyle Busch, minus 102. Ty Gibbs, minus 125. So those drivers, pretty much anybody underneath Ryan Preece, so below 17, you are going to have to win to get in. Now, are we going to get a wild card winner tonight? Not so sure. Richmond Raceway is known to normally produce normal winners when it comes to this race. Now, we got Daytona next week. Probably could get a wild card winner there. We got it with Harrison Burton last year at Daytona International Speedway in the Coke Zero Sugar 400. But should be a good one. As I mentioned, it's going to be hot tonight. Good crowd on hand. Richmond Raceway expected to announce a sellout for the first time since 2008. Now, there's not as many grandstands or seats available as there were back then, but still nonetheless a big deal here for Richmond Raceway to get their sellout for the first time since 2008. And by the way, this is the first time since 1957 that this track has not held 2 NASCAR race weekends. So, it's probably helping in attendance this weekend here at Richmond Raceway, but should be a good one. It'll be interesting to see what happens with the tire strategy here. Maybe Goodyear will allocate another set. Remember, in the Bristol Spring race last year, they did allow another set, but that didn't come until middle of the race. So stay tuned. 5 to Go Facebook, 5 to Go Podcast Facebook page, 5 to Go Podcast YouTube page for all updates here from Richmond Raceway.